This legislative session, the Utah legislature is considering a fifth round of tax cuts. Since 2018, this has lost our state over $1 billion in revenue that could be used for schools, childcare and preschool, or to cover our full disability waiting list, or to raise our education funding so we're no longer last in per pupil spending. The tax cut that lawmakers are considering this year would remove $100 million annually out of our general fund, which funds our education system and social services. On average, a family is going to save less than $50 on their taxes annually. Meanwhile, the top 1% will save almost $2,000 annually. This tax cut will benefit predominantly wealthy families and not average taxpayers. Voices for Utah Children has created a chart here where you can see how much your family will save on average. As you can see, this is a tax cut for the wealthy. We've been looking at the cumulative impact of these multiple tax cuts in the last couple of years, and overwhelmingly, the wealthy are saving the most. On average, a family in the 1% is saving over $17,000 annually from these tax cuts. Meanwhile, families in the bottom 80% of taxpayers are saving around $250. Over the last 5 years, the corporate income tax rate has also been decreased, and this has predominantly benefited out-of-state corporations. Only 5.5% of the benefits are reaped by Utah-based businesses. Utah families are struggling to afford groceries and basic necessities. Meanwhile, every year during the legislative session, lawmakers tell us we need to curb spending, that we can't fully fund education or new programs or existing programs that help kids and families.
The fiscal note on that is about $97 million a year. And, it's a small amount really. Each family gets a small amount, but it is some relief for families who want to use that the way they see fit to meet their needs.
Tax cuts have consequences. You can't build a top-tier workforce, create a thriving birth rate, and reduce child poverty without spending. So how can we afford $1.2 billion in tax cuts and another $100 million this year when so many needs are still unmet? If the richest Utahns and out-of-state corporations paid their fair share, we could strengthen Utah's education system and make our state more family-friendly.